YouTube, this is Lacey again. I guess I don't need to say that every time in every video, but for some reason I feel like I do. So I finally have my hair down. This is after all day long. I live in Southern California, in the San Diego area, and so my aunt and I went to the beach today, so it's been at the beach, been windblown. I see that it's losing its, style, but it's better than the ponytail and the frizzy hair that you saw in the last two videos. Okay, so in the last video I showed everybody my charting and my journal that I was doing, which I'm going to start back up with this cycle. I'm on, I don't even know what cycle day I'm on right now. It's been a very long time, like 4 months, and I explained in the last video that my doctor had me go back on Provera again, so I think today is when I take it tonight. It'll be my 8th day of Provera, and I take it for 10 days, and then I stop, and then usually the next day or so, my period comes, and it's always bad, and painful, and heavy, and all that crap. You guys know, because you probably have all done it. So, I don't really have a lot to share about my cycle right now until I start charting again and start looking at all the signs and doing all of that through my next cycle. But I wanted to share a couple more things where I learned a lot of my information about fertility and just about my body in general. I grew up in a family where you didn't really talk about that stuff. My mom didn't tell me a lot about things I should expect as a teenager going through puberty, or things that, all that she said is, you should mark in your calendar whenever your period comes. You should mark it so that you know. And she never really made it super important to know or to understand, or the importance of it. She never really said anything about it, except for that she always told me she had very irregular periods when she was younger, and that when she wanted to have a baby, she had to take medicine. And now, as I've gotten older, I've found out that that was because she had polycystic ovary syndrome. At the time, I think it used to be called like Stein-Leventhal or something like that. And now they call it polycystic ovary syndrome. But anyways, as I got older, she kind of explained a little bit more, and so that's how I thought I might have PCOS, because I had all the symptoms and everything. So, one of my friends suggested on Facebook, had suggested when they heard I was, had been trying to get pregnant, we're having troubles, and I was trying to learn more about fertility and infertility. She suggested this book, and I read it from cover to cover, and I've, gone back and read certain sections that I wanted to have a better understanding about, or clarify something I was confused about. I love this book, and I think that I did a review in my blog about this book. I have another blog. It's a PCOS blog, which I'll try to remember to give a link or put a little annotation here so that you'll see it on there. But and feel free to follow it. I haven't posted anything recently, and I think there's only a few posts there, but if I get some followers, I will go ahead and post more. But honestly, I feel like it's kind of a waste of my time to do typing out a blog if no one's going to look at it. If I have no followers on it, why am I doing it, I mean, I know it's kind of like a diary for myself, but the type of things I'm hoping to do on that blog isn't like a diary. I want to be helping other people and sharing the information that I have, or sharing questions that I had when I first started. And that's why I am first starting, and I want to remember the things that are confusing, and I want to remember the things that I didn't understand, and I needed the answers to these questions, because right now I'm learning the answers. So I want to do it while it's fresh in my mind. So if you have an interest in my blog, I'll put the link on here one way or the other, either in the information about this video, or I'll put a little annotation that'll be here on the screen. So please go follow it if you'd like, and please subscribe to my channel, because I'll let you know when I update the blog as well. Okay, so this book answered a ton of questions. Sorry, I'm going to play with my hair like the whole video probably because I don't wear it down very often. Okay, so the first book is Taking Charge of Your Fertility. I got this at Borders when they were going out of business. Our local one was going out of business, and I got it for super cheap, like $7. It says that it's normally $24.99, but I'm betting you anything you could probably get a used copy on eBay or on Amazon for pretty cheap. Or maybe if you have a Kindle, you might be able to get a Kindle version. I haven't looked into that, but it's possible to look into. So pretty much this book covers everything you could think of when it comes to your cycle, your body. You know, I personally think that this book should be read through with your teenage daughter. You know, your 10 or 11-year-old daughter. You could go through many parts of this book, and it would help you to give them the best understanding that there is. And there's even a section in here talking about, you know, helping your daughters understand their bodies and understanding what the importance of them knowing their body and being able to recognize signs. So, it talks about everything. It really, the part that I think is most important for us with PCOS and anybody who's trying to conceive and who is choosing to chart their cycles and chart their basal body temperatures and their cervical mucus and all the stuff that you can chart, I think this book is really important. It talks a lot about charting, and I'll show you, like oops, sorry, I really have issues with this camera. So it shows us here the chart. So it shows you, like, okay, this is where you know, your cycle's going, then you get the dip, and then you get the increase. And if you're pregnant, according to, you know, how charting is supposed to work, if you're pregnant, your temperatures would stay up above your line here, the center line or whatever they call it. So anyways, they explain what to watch for in the charts. They explain how to chart it. They explain how to get your midline or whatever that's called. And they talk about timing intercourse. They talk about, and then they talk about a lot of irregularities. This was my favorite part. I cannot tell you how many times when I first was learning about fertility and trying to conceive and charting, I could not understand the whole cervical mucus thing. I'm like, really? You can tell when it gets that different? It changes that much? How do I know if it's watery? How do I know if it's just creamy? Because wouldn't creamy maybe stretch a little bit? What if it's only a little stretchy and it only stretches an inch or so? What if it stretches 3 inches? I mean, I was so confused. And when I tried to search it on Google, really, I wanted to see, I know this is kind of gross and TMI, but I really wanted to see good photos that showed the different types, okay? So here we go. Sorry, but here. Okay. So this is showing cervical fluid and cervical position. You know, it shows you, that middle one, obviously, shows us the stretchy, egg white, whatever. Anyway, but it has a whole section with photos. Here's another one. It shows all the different types. So this book is amazing. I love it. I'm going to keep it forever. And someday, hopefully, God willing, I will have a child of my own. And if it's a girl, I'm going to bust this book out because it'll help me explain everything, and hopefully it'll help me answer any questions she has. Alright, the next book I want to share with you guys, bear with me. It's more of like one of those Cosmo books, you know, like a Cosmo magazine. It talks about a lot of things. Some of it is and some of it isn't. Pretty much the book, I'll show it to you. It's called What's Up Down There, and yes, that is a mirror. in the middle of the book. You can actually see the reflection. Yes, lovely. Anyways, it says questions you'd only ask your gynecologist if she was your best friend. So pretty much the idea of the book is that, you know, all the things you talk to your girlfriends about that's kind of embarrassing and you could never tell your husband or you could never tell your mom or whatever, the questions are asked, okay? You can turn to any page in here and there's some random bogus question that you're like, I cannot believe they're writing this. I cannot believe they're asking this. But, I mean, it's all educational and some of it's funny. You're going to laugh. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I got this at Borders too. It was right next to the fertility book, so I figured, why not? Just for an example, I'm going to read this to you, okay? There's some really good educational questions, like this one talks about postpartum depression. It just says, why do some women get postpartum depression and others don't? And it goes into, you know, a 2-page explanation. And then there's questions, you know, does the G-spot really exist? It says, this one is fun. This one says, why does my vagina make loud noises when my boyfriend and I are having sex? I mean, really? I think that's just part of human anatomy. I mean, everybody's different. Maybe that happens to you. Maybe it doesn't. But just really random, some of the things. But it's just kind of fun. It's like a bathroom reader, I guess. A female bathroom reader. Just pick it up. You can go anywhere in the book. Just open it and you'll find something that will intrigue you, I'm sure. So anyways, you know, I just felt like I really wanted to do a vlog, so here I am doing a video. It's so funny, my husband's downstairs and I've been watching, hold on, I gotta get the name, because I adore this channel that I just found. So let me get it here. It's KMaven04. I love your channel on YouTube. I love it. I feel like even though I haven't started the Clomid process and I haven't gone to the infertility clinic yet, I'm on my way to that process. And the fact that you are going through it now and you're still pretty new to the whole process is nice, because I feel like my journey, I can journey with you through things instead of just looking back on people who, some of the people on YouTube right now, you know, they already have had their BFPs. They have moved on to doing pregnancy vlogs, or they've, you know, moved on to their baby blogs already. And it's like, I totally can still relate to them and everything, but it's just a little bit different when you're doing the journey at the same time, maybe going through the same steps too. At the same time, I really like that. So anyways, I love your videos. I watched every single one of them tonight. I've been watching them since like 5 o'clock tonight, and it's 10. So for the past 5 hours, I've been clicking around your videos and watching everything, and I love it. Keep making them so I can keep following you. Even if you do take that break for the month, I hope you continue to blog, because I'd love to keep up with what you're doing and how you're doing. I don't even know what I was talking about before that. Ugh, I'm tired. I will collect my thoughts in just a second. So, I guess to try to keep this as a trying to conceive vlog, I have been in such a funk the past like week, and I get really stressed out about stuff, and I've got a lot of drama going on in my family, and it's kind of like, just everybody stop. I don't want any more drama. I don't want drama with my family. I don't want drama with my husband's family. I just want to live my life, and I don't know. I'm not working very much, which is kind of like giving me a lot of idle time to just sit around and think about everything. And I'm sure all of you know and can relate that having nothing to do but think is not a good thing. You start thinking about how much everything's going to cost. You think about, you know, all the other people you know that are already pregnant or already have a baby. You think about what you're going to say to the next person who asks you when you're going to start your family. My biggest struggle right now is that because trying to conceive is like my focus, is that, you know, whenever I'm around people and I'm talking, somehow I always turn my conversations to trying to conceive. And that's one of the big reasons why I want to start this blog, is because I don't want to be that crazy lady who every time you're around, all they talk about is babies or trying to get pregnant or fertility or infertility. I don't want to be that person, because I know that that can get annoying. And not everybody cares. I mean, a lot of people, they already have their families and they didn't have to struggle to conceive, so they don't understand why you're kind of like obsessing over, you know, tracking your basal body temperature every morning, or, you know, what cycle day you're on. They don't care. It's very frustrating. I mean, sometimes my husband doesn't even care. He doesn't understand it all, but that's okay. So that's why I'm doing these video blogs now, because I think that it'll be a good outlet for me to channel all of my thoughts and concerns and questions and rants and raves, I guess. So I hope you subscribe, because kind of like my blog, I haven't been doing much on it because I don't have any followers, and I feel like it's kind of a waste of my time. So hopefully I can get some followers on here, and that will kind of motivate me to stick with the video blogs and keep everyone updated. And if you guys have any advice or anything like that, you know, please pass it along. Let me know. And I don't know, I'll probably do an update once my cycle starts and I start charting again. I think there'll be a lot more going on for me as far as the TTC stuff. So probably in another 3 or 4 days I'll do another blog, unless I think of something else to share with you guys. But otherwise, we're planning on going to the fair tomorrow, my husband and I, the San Diego County Fair. So we're going to hit up the fair tomorrow, and I think my brother's birthday party is on Sunday, so we're just going to be busy for a couple days, but she'll be good. And then I'll come back and update you guys once this next cycle starts and I start the whole charting process all over again. Kind of stresses me out, but the charting thing, getting up, waking up every morning, and not really even being able to wake up. I wake up to an alarm and then grab the thermometer. It's all a little whatever, but I know it's part of what I gotta do, and since I'm gonna wait a month or 2 before I go to the fertility clinic, I think it'll be good to be tracking it, because I'll be seeing a new doctor, so I'll be able to take in at least some information to them once I do go in. And also, my husband and I started the diet that I had been doing before, where I lost 100 pounds, and I've gained back about 45 to 50 of that. And so we started the food plan again that we were doing before, and I'm really hoping to drop like 10 or 15 pounds before we go to the fertility clinic. So my hope is that if I'm charting, maybe I'll be able to notice any changes based on my body responding to some weight loss, which would be great. And then, you know, and then also I'll have any information regarding my temperatures fluctuating or certain symptoms. So I think that's all I have for you for right now, and I will update you as soon as I have more information or more things to share. And if you want to know more information about the food plan that I was doing, just let me know, and maybe I'll do a video blog or connect you to my Facebook where I can give you more information. Alright, I hope everyone's having a good week, and baby dust to all of you. Thanks.